Have you ever found yourself in a chaotic situation that you just couldn't seem to get out of? Maybe you were making the same mistakes over and over again, or just couldn't seem to focus on one thing at a time. Well, in this video, we're going to explore the concept of conscious attention and metacognition, and how they can help you come out of those repeated pitfalls of chaos. Conscious attention is the ability to focus on one thing at a time, but as it turns out, our maximum capacity for attention is very limited and can only process a small amount of uncomplicated information at the same time. On the other hand, our screening capacity is very high, which means that when we focus on one thing, we may be missing out on other important information. This idea is backed up by the cognitive vacuum experiment, which proves that when we focus too much on one thing, we can miss out on other important details. In fact, providing too much information can also lead to information processing difficulties, and errors in processing that naturally consider trivial things as important may occur. That's why when vehicle information is provided in a limited manner, the probability of selecting the best car increases. So, it's important to find a balance between focusing on one thing and being aware of other important information. Conscious deliberation works slowly and step by step, whereas intuition works by leaps and bounds in an integrated way. This is why philosopher Nietzsche said, "Thought thinks in us." Our thoughts are not always subject to conscious control, and we often fall into thoughts at completely unexpected moments. But by being aware of our thoughts through metacognition, we can break automatic chains of thought or action chains when we are in danger. We often find ourselves walking a mentally familiar path, thinking mainly of what feels good, not rational, and accepting only what is consistent with our thoughts. We can also be stubbornly justifying our actions, and doing everything to protect and shine our self-image. But by being conscious and taking a step back, we can observe and realize the consequences that will come before we commit worse things. So, by understanding the concepts of conscious attention and metacognition, we can come out from the repeated pitfalls of chaos. By finding a balance between focusing on one thing and being aware of other important information, we can make better decisions and avoid making the same mistakes over and over again. And by being conscious, we can observe and realize the consequences before we commit worse things. So, let's take a step back, observe, and be conscious in our daily lives. Thanks for watching this video.